have a moment of silence, please? Let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Steve?
Thank you, Mr. President. Councilperson Boyd?
Present.
Councilperson Riley?
Here.
Councilperson Popacek?
Here.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Here.
Councilperson DeLoss?
Here.
Council President Demko?
Here.
Mayor Kabistik? Mayor Kabistik is here via telephone. We have a quorum.
Councilman Boyd?
All right, hold on a second. I'm balancing you on a VHS tape here, Jack, trying to get the speaker close to the microphone. Thank you. I think it worked.
That's good.
Yeah, good. All right, get comfortable, because I got a lot of work to do here tonight. You ready? Motion to approve the minutes from council meeting on Monday, November 13th, 2017.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to advertise for the 2018 general fund budget, sewer fund budget, and liquid fuels budget.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to advertise a special meeting to take place on December 28th, 2017 at 5 p.m.? 5 p.m., yeah. To finalize Carnegie Borough General Fund, Sewer Fund, and Liquid Fuels budgets.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to advertise the 2018 Borough Council, Planning Commission, and Shade Tree Commission meeting schedules.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to advertise Borough Ordinance Number 2446, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie continuing Ordinance 981 of 1982, as amended by Borough Ordinance 2344, providing for setting of Carnegie Borough's business privilege tax for the year 2018.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to advertise Borough Ordinance 2447, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie continuing the local tax enabling ordinance number 806 for mechanical device, number 808 real estate transfer, 809 earned income, number 2279 local services as amended for year 2018.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to advertise Borough Ordinance Number 2448, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie continuing Ordinance 2386, providing for non-owner occupied dwelling registration for 2018.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to advertise Borough Ordinance 2449, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie levying and assessing real estate taxes for general and specific purposes for the year 2018. Millage will be 6.75.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any comments, Bill?
The only comment I would make on that is that the millage is continuing the same as last year, so, and maybe somebody has been on council long enough to recall, but having only been on council for 4 years, I don't recall taxes in Carnegie going up. Does anybody recall the last time they went up?
The
when myself and the council president first got on, our first year, we actually reduced taxes by like 0.25, which made it 6.50, but then we ended up bringing it back to what it was. So I guess it was an increase, but all it did was brought it back to where it originally was.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to advertise Borough Ordinance Number 2450, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie, amending Chapter 18, Part 6 of the Borough Code of Ordinances relating to sewers and sewage disposal.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to authorize President of Council, Borough Manager, and Borough Solicitor to prepare and execute the documents necessary to obtain the 2018 tax anticipation loan from PNC Bank in the amount of $1 million at a rate not to exceed 2.046% with no origination fee pending credit approval.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Steve, roll call.
Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Councilperson Riley?
Yes.
Councilperson Pavlicek?
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss?
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Council President Demko?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2017-15, a resolution of the Borough of Carnegie authorizing the issuance of a tax and revenue anticipation note, Series 2018.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Comments, Bill?
Yeah, the tax anticipation note, which is also known, at least among us, as a TAN loan, T-A-N loan, basically funds borough operations until such time as taxes and other revenues come into the borough. And as you can see from the previous motion, we borrow at a very favorable rate of 2.046%.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to adopt.
You're done.
No, I've got another one.
Oh, sorry.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2017-16, a resolution of the Borough of Carnegie in opposition to House Bill 1620 entitled Wireless Infrastructure Deployment Bill.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Bill will explain that.
Yeah, what the House has in front of them with House Bill 1620 basically removes boroughs and townships authorization to limit where cell towers can be. And an example that I can give you, there's a certain piece of property on Rosslyn Heights in Carnegie that was given to the borough, and at some point in time, the thought was the borough would use it to create a new borough park. Basically abuts the backyard of probably 6 or 8 different homes on Rosslyn Heights. There's a right-of-way that the borough has that goes through one of those homes' yard. Basically, they could put a cell tower on that right-of-way because we wouldn't have the ability to decide where and when cell towers could be placed. And basically, this resolution is stating that the Borough of Carnegie is in opposition to that bill, and we want things to be the way they are right now, where we do have control over where cell towers and cell devices are placed.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you, Council President.
Finance?
Thank you, Council President. I have one motion this evening. Motion A, motion to approve the December 2017 bill list and bill list addendum.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Steve, roll call.
Councilperson Pavlicek?
Yes.
Councilperson Riley?
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss?
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Councilperson Delos, Public Works.
Thank you, Madam President. Motion to approve payment application number 1 to Insight Pipe Contracting LLC in the amount of $113,815.23 for sewer work completed between October 1st and October 21st, 2017 for the 2017 Sewer Facilities Improvement Project Contract number 2017-03B lining contract.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments? Steve, roll call.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Delos.
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd.
Yes.
Councilperson Rowley.
Yes.
Councilperson Poppachek.
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve payment application number 2 to Insight Pipe Contracting LLC in the amount of $5,852.47 for sewer work completed between November 1st and November 30th, 2017 for the 2017 Sewer Facilities Improvement Project Contract number 2017-03B lining contract.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve, roll call.
Councilperson Poppachek.
Yes.
Councilperson Rowley.
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd.
Yes.
Councilperson Delos.
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Nothing for public safety tonight. Code enforcement, Councilperson Ryan.
Thank you, Madam President. 5A, motion to approve the application of Mr. Robert Buttermore for the lot consolidation plan of lot and blocks 103-G-258 and 103-G-262 as recommended by the Planning Commission on November 28, 2017.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I did want to make a comment on that particular motion. This is actually the perfect example of the county's side yard program falling into line with some work that the borough did, removing a blighted home from the property. Were it not for the county's program, allowing for the addition of this narrow piece of property, a 25-foot wide plot of land, allowing for it to become part of the lot of one of the neighbors, there'd be an empty lot that the borough would be in perpetuity cutting the grass, or not cutting the grass, or not cutting the grass like a neighborhood would be cutting the grass, and it would serve no useful purpose for anyone either. In this particular case, the gentleman adopted the lot, did it through all the proper channels. It's going to become part of his lot. It'll add to the value of his property. We'll get a small amount of tax revenue from it. The borough won't have to cut the grass, won't have to maintain it. And I happen to know Mr. Buttermore, and he's in the process of going through the applications and what have you to build a garage on the property as well. So he's going to further improve the property. So it's just a perfect example of all these things working together. Thank you.
Committee reports, administration.
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Gina, any finance?
Nothing this evening.
Code enforcement,
Nothing this evening, Madam President.
Public Works.
Just briefly, council met with our engineers, KLH engineers, to discuss sewer and road projects for 2018. That took place last week, and we identified a list of streets, and they will be putting together some specifications so that in the early months of winter, January, February, we can start putting out bids for road repairs for 2018 and start preparing bids for sewer maintenance as well. That's all I have.
Public safety.
Yes, Madam President. I just have that in our budget this year, we allotted money for new cameras for our police cruisers. And these modern day cameras are to terrific. You can view the back seat as you're transporting a prisoner. I mean, they serve so many dual purposes. During traffic stops, you can use them for training purposes. It's a great benefit for the community and for our police department. So that was very important that council approved to put that into our budget. Thank you.
And all I have tonight is that we will be passing the budget on the 28th at 5 o'clock. We're finished with it finally, and we'll be passing it. That's all I know. Okay, managers reports.
Thank you, Council President. Just wanted to briefly state, as far as my report goes, obviously thank you to council and the mayor for obviously another year here. I know that some things will be changing here, and I've been fortunate as far as everybody being in place for a long period of time, but I know I'll just be able to take a lot of lessons, and both positive and negative, but hopefully that'll just make things better for next year. And I just want to say thank you, and I look forward to 2018. Thanks.
Maggie, fire department, EMS report.
Thank you, Madam President. There were 22 fire calls and 20 ambulance calls this past month. Also, a quick reminder that this Saturday from 10 until noon, breakfast with Santa over at the fire hall. So, if you have a list to give to Santa, we'd be happy to see you. Hopefully we get a good attendance. If you have nieces, nephews, even if they're not from the area, feel free to bring them down and see Santa. Also, the tree sills went really well. We're out of trees, and the lots back to being a parking lot. But the guys work really hard and deliver trees to people, and they're in there putting in the hours, and I appreciate their efforts, and I appreciate the community support. That's all.
Mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. The numbers for November: criminal arrest citations were 13, traffic citations number 60, parking tickets 370, complaints and self-initiated activity from our department were 789. I mentioned before about the Seed Hope Alliance that has been working together to bring some training and some information on the drug epidemic that is plaguing every community. We have coming soon a Narcan training program, which probably should be rolled out in January. I will work with Mayor Riley to make sure that information gets disseminated. And then shortly after that, we want a seminar by the DEA. But the Narcan training will be available for anybody who just wants to know how to use Narcan for any reason at all. So that'll be coming very soon, and we're in the final stages of that. I want to thank all of those who helped with our holiday functions, our holiday events. We had the Carnegie celebrating the season at the library this year, and I want to thank the library. They did a wonderful job. It was about 3 to 4 years ago we decided to move this event from the Borough building to the library, and it has absolutely become an overwhelming success up there, and it's an annual event that I think will be with us for a long time. And I really want to thank the Carroll Covey Children's Events Committee for their help in all this, especially Jeff and Cheryl Stephens, who have been just a great partner in this. Light of night, we had a really nice light of night. Anybody who was there, which I think all the council was there, by the way. And we had what a crowd, and the kids were just excited. It was really a fabulous night. Like, I felt the energy. I think everyone else did. I want to thank First Christian Church. Every year they come down there and volunteer their time, provide the hot chocolate and their service, and they're a great bunch of people. So thank you to the First Christian Church, Meals on Wheels for donating the cookies, Higher Voice for performing, and a special thank you to DPW that not only for all the work they did, getting all the tables and all that down there, but that tree looks absolutely fabulous. So I thank you for all your hard work there. I don't know if Keith Hatcher's there, but please tell me you and the guys. Thank you. I think Carroll Covey would be very proud of Saturday, the second day, and I think it's something that I look forward to every year, and I look forward plenty going on this holiday season. This weekend we have the Nutcracker at the library, the play with Carol. It's actually a musical at Carnegie stage, which I'm hoping to get to this weekend. We have the Ugly Holiday Sweater Weekend in our downtown, which if you have an ugly holiday sweater, open on and come down and do some shopping in our downtown. As Councilman Sargent mentioned, there's breakfast with Santa at the fire department. And then Volce Solis, which is Becky Toth and State 62's choir group, which they're awesome if you've never heard of them. And we have a Christmas concert at St. Louis Fantasy on Sunday. And that's free. And if you do one thing this year, I would recommend go to that Christmas concert. It really puts you in the spirit. Once again, the Church of the Atonement will have their annual Christmas Day dinner. Proud to be involved with that. Joyce Cockery and her husband and Randy Todney, they do a wonderful job of cooking dinner for anybody who needs a dinner on that day. And it's just another wonderful event by one of our fabulous churches. So that's open it's an open house from 1 to 3. You don't need any reservations, just come down and join us for dinner. And lastly, this is a little bit sad day. It's my last meeting. I just want to say it was an honor to work directly with the Carnegie Police Department and Chief Harvey and Chief Kennedy, especially Chief Kennedy, because I've worked with him the most at the end of the year here. The Carnegie Police Department is a professional group that is very dedicated to keeping our residents safe. And it's been actually my privilege to be with them. I want to thank DPW and the Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department for their commitment to our community. I want to thank all my colleagues that I've worked with in the last 8 years. And lastly, I want to thank residents for the opportunity to serve. It was an absolute privilege, and I never took lightly. And I know we will be in great hands going forward. Very excited for Mayor Riley. I think he's going to do a fabulous job. She has great abilities, and my door is always open and if needed. And thank everybody for allowing me to be part of this. Everybody have a great holiday too.
General public comment.
Hi, this is Maggie Forbes. I have a few things I want to say. First off, I do want to say thank you, Jack, for 8 amazing years. That was incredible service, and I'm really sorry I'm talking to a telephone rather than to you, but I wish you all the best, and thank you very, very much. Rick, I also know it's your last night. This is a sad night, so I'll switch it to happy. What a beautiful tree we have. Seriously, I've been at that end of town in Indianapolis last weekend. This is the first time I saw it, and I was like, oh my goodness. So Keith, you're not here either. It's gorgeous. And finally, I want to say a year ago, we had a big crowd here, and we were cautiously optimistic about the fate of the library. And I do not want to I'm sorry we don't have a big crowd here again tonight, but I want to say what an extraordinary difference. Speaking just for myself, it was probably the proudest experience I've had in 13 or 14 incredible years here in Carnegie. I mean, it was really life or death for the library. And it was not only signing that 20-year contract, but it was the unanimous vote and the eloquence with which it was treated. There was a Christmas Eve editorial in the Post-Gazette. It was an amazing thing, and this is an amazing borough. We've been doing lots of things this year. We continue to have that shuffle between capital funding and operating funds. The capital is going very well. Mere $400,000 more to get for Library Park, but that's going to come. But the progress on Library Park is amazing, and I think it's going to be transformative for the borough. But I wanted to say many things that we've been able to do. I think it is a bittersweet time to be standing here. As you probably all know if you read our newsletter, Diane Kleinfelder is retiring as library director. She's done an extraordinary job here, and I'm not completely bereft because she's staying on as SB Post curator and social historian. She's tagged that new, put that new tag to her title. And it's long overdue that we make this a full-time position, and it is with the borough's support that we're able to do what every library, especially one of our standing in the community, should do, which is have a full-time librarian. We've been interviewing candidates. We're closing in on that, but we would really be so strapped. Nobody but Diane could even conceive of stepping up because of her experience here and doing it on a half-time basis. And, so I thank the borough from the bottom of my heart, and to echo Jack, it is a privilege to serve the residents. And one last thing, I'll probably be talking about this over and over, is favorite moments. Our Veterans Day celebration we had to dedicate our new flag and flagpole, working with Post 82 of the American Legion, working with the 9th Pennsylvania Reserves, Ms. Werder, I guess Marine veteran, council person, and library board member Rick DeLoss, acting, didn't notice that, but acting as master of ceremonies, but somebody had to make the remarks. And a young recent Carleton graduate, Tyler Smith, playing a beautiful trumpet solo, but just people gathering and coming out, and cars stopping on the street. I felt, well, this is the shape of things to come. This is the kind of town Carnegie is. It just made me very, very proud. And happy Mary to everybody.
I'm not going to come up, but I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And don't forget to shine your blue light in the window in support of our police department and all the police in the United States. In support. Mine's already lit. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Councilwoman Welfare.
Thank you, Madam President. Before we begin good and welfare, I would like to read a letter, Carnegie Borough proclamation expressing appreciation to Mr. Richard DeLoss for over 2 terms of service with Carnegie Borough Council. It reads, whereas on November 9th, 2009, Mr. Richard DeLoss began his civic duty being appointed to Carnegie Borough Council and then elected official in 2010 that would serve out 2 terms in Ward 2. And whereas Councilmember DeLoss chaired several board committees throughout his terms, including Code Enforcement, Community Development, Finance, Department of Public Works, in addition to Vice and Council President. And whereas Councilmember DeLoss also utilizes his time among several other community groups, including the Carnegie Free Library and Music Hall, the Carnegie Shoal, and the local Democratic Committee. And whereas Councilmember DeLoss is also an active member of the Carnegie Borough Central Business District community, as he is a small business veteran business owner specializing in aviation training throughout the nation. And whereas Councilmember DeLoss also utilized his skills in local government and experience of being a small business owner to help coordinate and finalize an updated Carnegie Borough zoning ordinance after being in place for more than 20 years. And whereas the borough would like to use Councilmember DeLoss as an example of an individual who not only helped grow the municipality as a long-term resident of the community, but to use the knowledge and experience of Carnegie to benefit the town as a whole. And whereas the Carnegie Borough Council expresses its gratitude to Mr. DeLoss for the time, support, teamwork, and effort expended in his behalf towards keeping the borough of Carnegie a beautiful place to live, and whereas the members of Borough Council, on behalf of themselves and the citizens of the borough, publicly acknowledge Councilmember DeLoss' dedication to his position and express their gratitude and appreciation for his contributions towards maintaining and thriving an ever-growing community. And now, therefore, Be it resolved, Carnegie Borough Council hereby commends the outstanding service and dedication of Mr. Richard Laws in his role as Carnegie Borough Council member. All signed, Richard.
Thank you.
I don't have to make a speech now.
Just doing a good job there.
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to serve for 8 years. I guess when you're in the military, you learn the importance of civic obligations and duties, and you just do that. It's an automatic thing that you just do. And there's a saying in the Talmud that there's nothing better for a person to do than to be quiet, do little and or say little and do much. So that's the rule I try to follow. So I don't speak at length about as politicians typically do. But I would say that I think during the 8 years that we've been on council here, the operation of council is dramatically different. For those of you that would have come to council meetings 15 years ago, world of difference. And so I have just one small piece of that, but it is something that we did that's really good and will last hopefully into the future. The borough, of course, itself is positioned very well right now. And although politicians would generally like to take credit for things like that, I don't really know that we can. I mean, we can take credit for the library piece. The library is one of those things which grows things around it by its being there. So I think that's a significant driver of economic development and vitality in the community. But as far as businesses coming here, I think that's just math, honestly. I mean, I own a small business. People who own businesses look for properties that are good value based on taxes, and although we'd like to sit up and say, we did this, I think there's just a lot of factors involved. Young people growing up in suburbia that it was boring and now they want to live in town. The arts movement in the country, which generates a lot of vitality, especially in Carnegie. So there's wonderful things happening, and I think Carnegie's got a very good future ahead of it. And I live on Main Street, and I plan on staying here, so I'm looking forward to the rest of you all keeping that up. Thank you, appreciate it.
Gina, good mother.
I just want to take a moment to thank you, Rick, for your great advice and guidance. I've only been here a brief period of time, but it's very clear that you're a very important part of this council. You will be sorely missed on all counts, and we're very happy that you're going to be around because we will find you.
I won't be hard to find.
But thank you for all you've done. It's been a good thing, and I've really appreciated being on this council in the last few months. And you will be missed, as will the mayor. We will miss you dearly also. You've done a tremendous amount for this community. I've known you a very long time, and you have a big transition going, but I think it'll be a good transition. We're just going to keep being positive. We have a lot of growth that's happening. The library is very key on that growth, and the businesses are just picking up. So I think we're pretty blessed in this community. So thank you both again very much. I'm honored to be here also, and everybody have a very joyous holiday.
Just a couple brief things. I do want to thank Mayor Jack Kubistik for all that he's done for our great community and the police department over the last 8 years. I'm so fortunate to have gained a friend and mentor in Jack, and I know that I'll be leaning on him as we transition. I'm absolutely thrilled that we will have a district judge that we can count on and work with to help promote the necessary change we need in our community. And Jack, I wish you nothing but success as you turn into this next chapter in your life and in serving the people of our community and the surrounding communities. You will be greatly missed. Rick, it has been a pleasure working with you on council. I want to thank you for your dedication to public service and to Carnegie. You have always been open to discuss or debate any issues, although sometimes we agree to disagree. We have always had mutual respect for one another. You have displayed a keen, analytic mind as you evaluated borough issues and an understanding of the needs of our constituents. I want to thank you again for the countless hours that you put in working on our new zoning and seeing that to fruition. It is essential to Carnegie's future. It has been great sitting up here with you, and it'll be a little weird not to have you up here, but I value the relationship that we've built on council, and I'm glad to call you a friend. So good luck in your future endeavors.
Hi. In reflecting what to say at the end of my first four-year term, soon to begin my second four-year term, well, I think we've all worked hard, and I think I worked hard. It was a good time to be on council because, like Rick mentioned, the dissension period of history was gone. Everybody really tried to work together, try and figure out what the right thing to do was, along with, budgetary constraints and all those things that go with the right thing. It's rare that when we come out here to have the official meeting and have a vote, that we don't vote unanimously because we've taken care of haggling our way through the details in the other room at one of the other meetings. In fact, I think in my 4 years, there was only 2 times where we didn't agree. One of them was you, future mayor. And sadly, the other one was me. But be that as it may, I chose Carnegie to grow old in. I'm very fortunate I could have chosen any community in this country, literally, to grow old in. I chose this community, partially because of the background, because I'm from here. But the other part of it, truly, it's got what I need. I mean, I can go get Mexican, I can go get sushi, I can go get a great burger, I can have lots of choices of fantastic pizza. They're gonna make gin in Carnegie pretty soon, and that just happens to be one of the things I love. And then, thank goodness, we've got the arts. Most recently, I've seen Annie, which, who would have thought that a cast of 45 or 50 people on stage with an orchestra of 15 or 18 people in front of it for $25 in the community, and I can walk there if I really want to. And just this past weekend, I saw the carols at the Carnegie stage. Happened to go with 26 of my closest friends. We were a quarter of the audience. It's a very small venue, but it's a beautiful thing. And the talent that comes to this community, and the music opportunities that are here as well. It never ceases to amaze me what Carnegie draws from an entertainment perspective. And then there's the look and the feel of the community, thanks to the work that happened before I went on council, and it continues to happen now. The trees are now growing a little bigger and taking their place where they've been planted. The parking lots will be in their 3rd year of growth now. And even though that was the one that I voted against because I didn't want to borrow the money, but be that as it may, they're 3 years old now, and this spring I think they're really going to be beautiful because the plants will have matured that much more. Just the general look and feel of the town is on the upswing, and it's just kind of neat to be here, kind of fun to be here, and like I said, I'm looking forward to growing old here as well. So to my counterparts on council, whether they're current or future or soon to be past, Mayor Kubistik, thank you for all of your your work and efforts in the past and to everybody's future. I wish you all great success and a happy holiday to all. Thank you. Oh, on that note, you fell on the floor, Jack. Put you back in here. He's there. There, you're back.
I'm still here.
You're back in your place.
Well, there's really not much more I can say about Jack and Rick. Though I would like to personally thank you, Jack, for everything that you've done for our community. And I'd be here till next year, saying everything that you've done. And you've made our community a much better place to live. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
And down you go again.
You still have to put it backwards.
Put your back up.
Is he on there?
He's on there.
Thanks, Jack. Thank you, Jack, for everything. And Rick, same for you. You're going to be really missed on this council, I think. I mean, you've really brought a lot to council. You've really worked hard. And always go to you for questions and always, you always dig till you get the right answer. And I appreciate that. I've always looked for that from you. You've always done that. And I want to thank you for all your hard work. And I'm sure we'll be calling you.
I won't be far away.
So don't give up on us. Thanks, Rick, for everything. And Phil mentioned the Carol at the Carnegie Theater here. If you get a chance this weekend to go see it, it is fabulous. It really is. And I just want to wish everybody a very blessed Christmas and Hanukkah. Thank you all for coming.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Meeting adjourned.